If you're looking for some new and tasty lunch ideas to make at home, I have got you covered. 9 times out of 10, we're warming up some leftovers, digging in the pantry or the refrigerator, or making up a quick sandwich. But sometimes you just want something a little different. Hey y'all, I'm Valerie, and welcome to my kitchen. In today's video, I'm sharing 3 lunch recipes that are easy to make and I'm pretty sure you're gonna love. Now let's go ahead and get started. We have something called a bird dog at some of the restaurants here in South Carolina, so I had to learn how to make them at home. You'll just need some cooked frozen chicken tenders, and I'm just cooking those up according to the package directions. If your chicken tenders are bigger, you really only have to use 1 per bird dog. Since these were a little smaller though, I decided to do 2 each instead of just 1. You could leave these whole or do like me and cut them into smaller pieces. I'm making 1 for me and 1 for Craig. I'm just using the regular hot dog buns, but if you can find the potato rolls, those are amazing. Now I'm just adding the cut up chicken tenders to each of those buns. And I probably use too many here. I have a tendency to overstuff things. Next, I'm adding on a few strips of cooked chopped bacon. But if you wanted, you could always use one of those little packs of the real bacon pieces. Then on top of that bacon, you're going to add some shredded cheddar cheese. And you add however much you want here. From my understanding, this is a South Carolina thing, so y'all have to let me know below. Have you ever heard of a bird dog? I put these in the oven under the broiler for only a minute or 2. You're just wanting to toast them up a little bit and melt that cheese on top. Now there's only one thing left to do to make this a true bird dog. You top it with honey mustard. And my husband is kind of picky about his honey mustard, so I make this homemade. These may not look the prettiest and they're a little messy to eat, but they are absolutely delicious. These really are quick to throw together, and if you have a way to warm them up at work, I really suggest giving them a try. If you're a pesto lover, you're gonna love this pesto Alfredo pasta. I'm starting out by cooking up 8 ounces of rotini pasta, but you can use any shortcut pasta you like. And I just cook that up according to the package directions. By the way, if you're new here and you love easy recipes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. That way you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Okay, I drained that pasta. Now I'm adding in about a cup of Alfredo sauce. Just stir that around a little bit. Now you're going to add 1/3 cup of basil pesto. I'm also adding 1/4 cup of sun-dried tomatoes. I didn't add much of that oil though, and I chopped mine up into smaller pieces. But you totally don't have to do that. Now give it all a really good stir. Make sure it's all coated in that sauce. And if you wanted to make this meatless, this is ready to serve. Super easy to make. But I wanted to add a little chicken to mine, so I cooked some up to add to it. But if you already had some cooked chicken on hand, that would work just fine too. Or you could throw you in some shredded rotisserie chicken. The sun-dried tomato pesto would be really good in this too. Here's mine with that chicken I added on top, and I also added a sprinkle of Parmesan cheese. And if you're not a fan of pesto, you may could add in some marinara sauce instead. This was so good though. I had to try the viral TikTok chopped sandwich, but I did mine BLT style. And once again, I went overboard. This made several servings. On my cutting board here, I laid down some romaine lettuce. Then I topped that with some deli sliced turkey. I also sliced up a tomato and added that on, along with a few slices of cooked bacon. And you can season this up however you like, but I just used the Everyday Seasoning by Trader Joe's. Feel free to play around with the ingredients and add anything you like. And now I'm just chopping it up. And I don't have specific measurements for this one, but the idea is to add on how much of the ingredients you think you're going to need for however many sandwiches you're making. I'm adding a little mayo to mine. I used a good little bit. This just helps to hold everything together. You could also do mustard or any kind of dressing you like. And yes, I forgot to add the cheese. You can get creative with that bread, but I'm using these deli rolls. Now you're just going to make you a sandwich. But if you wanted to make this low carb, you could add it to a low carb wrap, or you could eat it straight out of a bowl. By the way, if y'all would like to see some low carb recipes on my channel, let me know in the comments below. This turned out so good. And I will say this is better if you serve it right away. I had a little bit left over, so I had one for lunch the next day, and the lettuce started to wilt a good little bit, but it was still good. I really hope you enjoyed this video. You may also like these. Don't forget to subscribe down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I will see you in the next one.